Sammy, you know, it's so interesting to have you to be part of Hope.
Thank you for having me here, Yemi.
Oh, no, I have you
Rev
all the time.
Yemi. You call him Rev Yemi? Hey, listen, he's he's our mate, but he is also our reverend. So don't pamper to him too much, Sammy.
It's about time you teach him how to learn respect, especially when a canon is sitting down, you know. But
anyway, get on with it,
Canon
Yemi. Come on.
sitting down.
but really, there's a whole lot of things about this prayer stuff and prayer walk and the prayer app. Let's talk about prayer first. What's this prayer stuff about?
Well, over the last year, I don't know about you, but I've been doing rather a lot of walking, my daily walks. I've got a bit bored with my usual route because we can't go very far, can we?
Oh, really?
No, we can't. And so I thought, wouldn't it be a great idea if we repurpose the daily walk and turn our daily walk into a prayer walk? Okay, so instead of the same old scenery, okay, we're getting God's perspective on things. Okay, not just, you know, what we see with our own eyes.
Oh,
and because
amazing.
every step we take on our daily walk, actually we're claiming that ground, aren't we, for Jesus
Preach
and
it,
for his
sister.
kingdom.
Preach it.
Yeah, because Yemi's a bit of a prayer walker. That's what Yemi does. He's big into that.
Well, you know, I do try. I love it. I love prayer walk because it gives you the opportunity to find time alone with God and then to see things, and then you pray around things as you go along. You see people come around, and then it's just so exciting for me to kind of get along that prayer walk. So that's why I'm excited about it, particularly the constituency that I'm used to. They do a lot of prayer walk, and so this is really big for us this year in the Hope.
But we're going to give them a resource, Yemi, that will enhance their prayer walking that has been developed and is right at the pilot stage, Sammy. Tell us about that.
So some people, when they go on a prayer walk, they might not know where to start, okay? And so we're going to support them, and we're launching an app. So you download the app like you would any other app, okay? It appears, and you've got, you know, we sing, he's got the whole world in his hands.
Yeah.
Actually, we've now got the world in our hands.
So like on my phone like this.
On your phone, you can have the world in your hands,
I just got
Yemi.
a app there that shows every single street near me.
It'll even show your home.
Yeah. When you download it, the one that is GPS, that little blue dot will appear, and it says where you are. So you can see where you are, you can see your street, but you can zoom out, and you can see lots of other countries as well, but you can zoom in, and when you're on your prayer walk, you can zoom into where you're prayer walking. You literally tap with a finger, puts a little pin in there, and says you've prayed for it. Now,
so it changes colour, doesn't it?
It does, it changes colour.
Because it starts red, and once you prayed for it, you touch the pin again, it goes green.
It does.
But if you're a church pastor, you could cover an area and say to your whole church, we're going to cover this area over a period of 2 weeks, and I want every one of you to commit to pray your street, your road, your block of flats, and we're going to cover it in prayer at this moment. That's what it does, doesn't it?
And I think it does more than that, Roy.
It does.
Because if you said to somebody, wouldn't it be great if we could pray for every street in the world? They'd be like, that'd be amazing. You say, is it possible? They'd be like, nah. And then you say, well, what about every street in this country? Would that be great? And they'd go, yeah. And you'd say, is that possible? They'd be like,
I'm not sure.
This app makes it possible, because something that seems really big and hard to achieve, it brings down to a manageable size. Because as well as you seeing your pin that goes from red to green when you've prayed, you see other people's pins as well. So suddenly you realise that you don't have to pray for every street in this country, because God is mobilising other people to join in with what you are doing.
And it'll build your faith, Sammy.
It will.
Because you can think, I'm part of a movement of prayer right across the nation.
It's a momentum.
And we're all doing it.
Yeah.
It's a
and
momentum.
We're going to launch it at Easter to say, here you go, it's available, download, carry on. And every church pastor can have it, access it. Spring Harvest is going to launch. It's a whole thing to say, let's go for it.
It's amazing. And you know, prayer is the foundation before we can see people becoming followers of Jesus.
Well,
if we start to pray like that for every street
Yes.
and every home, we're going to see a whole lot of harvest of people coming to know the Lord.
I was just about to say, you know, why are we praying? Actually, we're doing this because prayer is powerful, isn't it?
Absolutely.
God's given it us as a tool. We've got the app. He's already given us the most powerful tool, which is prayer itself. So if we and the Holy Spirit
there's other things on the app, Sammy.
Oh, yeah. There are other things on the app.
Like what?
Okay, so as well as tapping to pray, you can tap when you engage with someone. So if, for example, you have read our Hope magazine and you've seen an article and you think, oh, you know, my neighbour so-and-so would really love to read the article about Justin Bieber. They're a massive Justin Bieber fan.
Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Well, maybe they won't want to read the article about Justin Bieber.
Somebody told me on the phone last week who buys lots of these magazines that they'd loved reading the article about Justin Bieber.
Great.
Oh my God.
But what it does is it actually says you could pray, but then you could do something that shows you care. So do an act of service, do an act of kindness. But then the final thing is you could share the gospel, and it gives you that strategy. So for a pastor, you can have a strategy for an area, pray, then acts of kindness and caring, and then an opportunity for the gospel.
Amazing. That's the whole Bible in this prayer hub then.
It
you
is.
can do the whole thing. That's the holistic stuff. You pray, you do the act of kindness, and then you share the gospel.
Yeah.
My God, this is awesome. This is going to blow out big time.
And Sammy, if you're struggling in how to do it or what to do, would love to come, talk with you as a church leader, pastor, and say, how can we equip you to do this and mobilise you?
Amazing. What's this magazine in your hand about?
So this is Hope for All. We publish it twice a year, at Christmas and then around Easter time. But the issue around Easter is intended to last until into the summer and September. And again, it's another tool like the app. So we want churches to buy it, we want individuals to buy it. Churches might deliver it to homes around where they are. Individuals might read it and then they might see something that interests a friend or a neighbour, and they might say, oh, I was reading this magazine the other day and something in it made me think of you. Can I go and get it? You know, can I give it to you? You might like a read of it. And
it links with a local church. So it's not just given centrally. Local churches put on the back, they can put their own link. This came from this church into your area, and we'd love to connect with you. If you've got more information, you want to find out more, it's got an opportunity to link it locally.
Yeah, lots of churches put stickers on the back with all their contact details.
Fantastic. Sam, thanks very much. This is amazing. You know, I cannot just keep hearing all the good news of what you are doing. And then great to have Papi Roy as usual. You know, I just love it. Now, we need to kind of encourage him to do prayer work. He doesn't prayer work.
We'll get him filming one.
He prays it. He hits and prays. You know, that's what he does.
But do you know, Yemi, there are lots of people who will need to prayer sit, and that's okay too.
That's good for him.
We want people to be praying for their community.
It's good for Papi Roy. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's his age group, you know. So,
I can't believe he said that. He's not too far behind me. I know he doesn't look like, but he's not too far behind me.
Watch it, Roy.
You've both had the jabs. You must be in a similar age group.
Thanks for watching Hope, Talking Hope today. See you sometimes. Bye for now.